Okay, so also when it comes to communicating in your relationship, there are 4 behaviors that you want to stop doing today, if you can. So, one, being defensive, right? That doesn't really help. So, part of that is kicking out the words always and never from your relationship. So, when you are trying to express a concern or something that feels like a more of a difficult conversation or it can feel like conflict, try your best to leave out always and never, right? And also, when you hear always and never, do your best to not latch on to those words to defend yourself. Also, remember that when you start feeling defensive, take a time out so you both can reset the way you're approaching the conversation, right? So, since you're the one watching these classes, you're the one who needs to lead how your communication is going to shift. And sometimes we lead that by showing, by doing. And then when they're like, hey, I feel like this is different, what's going on? Then you can talk to them. Or perhaps you have them watch these videos with you, okay? But really, 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 it's important to kick out that defensiveness. We want your partner to feel like they can actually express their concerns to you, and they're only expressing them to you because their feelings are hurt and they want you to understand them better and to find a way to resolve this so it doesn't continue to happen. It's actually really, really great that your partner brings these concerns to you and that they are trusting your relationship enough to have difficult conversations to express how they feel and what they need and what they want and what is actually hurtful to them. So this is a good thing that they are bringing these things to you. So kick out that defensiveness because it's only damaging your relationship, okay? Because your person is with you. They love you for a lot of reasons. They see a lot of really good qualities in you. So when they are bringing a concern to you, they don't think you're a horrible person. They don't think you're malicious or purposely trying to hurt them all the time. You know, they're just trying to resolve and help you understand them better so that your relationship is only enhanced and it's a better relationship. There's more love and less conflict. The second thing you'd want to kick out of your relationship is contempt, right? This is when you come across that you have disgust for your partner, that they're just so annoying. Ugh. Like it's almost like sometimes you hate them, right? That you just think they are incompetent, they're just idiots, all those sort of things. So if you have contempt in your relationship, it's basically suffocating your relationship. And so it's so important that instead of focusing on the things that you don't like about your partner, the things that irritate you, that make your skin crawl, that you just think like, oh my gosh, what an idiot. I can't believe they're doing this. Those are the times when you think about how you feel. Okay, I'm disappointed or I'm frustrated that something happened. This does not mean the person you're with is defective. Do you know what I mean? So really start thinking about what do you admire and what do you respect and the things that you really appreciate about your partner, and let that lead the story in your head, especially during difficult conversations or when you're frustrated, right? So acknowledge that you're frustrated, go back to your I statements, right? Maybe you discuss your frustration with them or your disappointment with them and try to come up with a solution for the future. However, contempt has no place in your relationship. And if you continue to show up with contempt in your relationship is going to become a huge disaster and no one's going to be happy. And then you're going to want to swear off relationships and all of that horrible stuff. So really, really just kick out that contempt, and you do that by focusing on what you admire, respect, and appreciate. Okay, let kindness lead you. It doesn't mean you can't feel frustrated or disappointed. It just means that you can't treat your partner like they're defective. Okay? 3, criticism, which kind of goes with the contempt a little bit, right? But criticism can also be just really, really hard to hear all the time. And it doesn't mean, again, that you can't express your concerns. It's how you express your concerns that really changes how your relationship interacts with each other, right? So think about this. You are friends with your partner. You want to continuously be building that friendship with them. So you have to limit the criticism, right? You can have a difficult conversation and let someone know that something that they're doing is bothersome to you without insulting them, without calling them names, without questioning their intelligence. There's all of these things that you can do. And I know this is definitely something that I've been criticizing as well in my relationships, and I had to learn that this is actually not productive. And when I criticize, I'm coming from a place of just feeling like so frustrated and unheard, and so I'm like, oh, maybe if I criticize they'll hear me. No, it's actually just really hurtful, and it's not something that is beneficial to your relationship at all. So replace that criticism with warmth and concern and conversations that actually help you guys grow instead of help you guys deflate, right? So definitely, again, another area to team up on. Express your feelings so that they don't come out in unhealthy ways that actually hurt your partner and your relationship. And the fourth is shutting down, right? Stonewalling, giving the cold shoulder, all of those things. We also want to stop doing that, because when we shut down, that also encourages our partner to try harder to get our attention, to get us to re-engage in the conversation. So honestly, instead of shutting down, that's when you'd want to say, I need a timeout. So take that time out, go self-soothe, calm yourself, bring yourself to a place that feels good, and then go back to the conversation, right? And say, okay, let's start again. And you know what? It's 100% okay if you've developed the pattern of shutting down to need to take 10 times outs during a conversation. Like, if that's what you need to do so that you can stay present and actually get to a place where you can have this difficult conversation and then come up with some sort of solution that you're going to experiment with and see if it'll try, that's okay. If you need to take 10 timeouts, take 10 timeouts. It's just important that you continue to come back to the conversation until it's resolved, instead of hoping that shutting down will just sweep it under the rug and then make it go away, because we all know that does not work, right? So again, to recap, what you want to stop doing today for the health of your relationship is defensiveness, contempt, criticism, and shutting down, okay? Those gotta go, all right? And replace those with kindness, love, the I statements during the difficult conversations, the approaching the way you resolve your conflict differently, the soothing yourself, the, seeing the really great things that you love about your partner and keeping those in the forefront of your mind instead of the things that annoy you. So really focus on the things that bring you joy, that you just love about this person, that you admire, that you respect, and also tell them these things. Let them know what you appreciate about them and admire about them and respect about them and love about them, and what it is about them that you get so excited to spend your time with, and why you're willing to go through all this difficult and these challenging times with them. Like, what is it about them that it is worth this roller coaster that emotions can take us on, our relationships can take us on sometimes, okay? So express the good stuff in your relationship too, because if you're only keeping it in here, it never gets to here, right? She could never hear, she'll never know what it is that you're thinking if you don't tell her. So you have to tell her. And it's also okay to express your emotions, which is why I'm giving you the tool of the I statements, and so that you have a place where you can lay it out what you want to say and also get your needs met, and know that you're also valuable and you also deserve to be loved the ways that you need to be loved. So this is all good things. So just keep working at it. Remember, it is progress. You're not going for perfection, especially if you've developed the pattern of one of these 4 behaviors. Usually defensiveness and like shutting down is pretty easy to develop in the patterns, so, and criticism as well. So it's just find a way to start lessening them, and don't expect it to be like that, right? Give yourself time to have progress and just see the changes happening slowly but steadily, okay? I'm rooting for you. You've got this.